Hey candle friends, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the owner of Mrs. Frizz & Co., a small batch candle company located in Ontario, Canada. On this channel, we talk about everything from making candles and like products to a behind the scenes look at owning your own small handcrafted brand. If that is something that interests you, I would love for you to hit subscribe. I drop new videos every Friday. Today, from thumbnail, you obviously know I want to talk about Canva. I just think it is such a powerful tool. I was rewatching a video that I made a couple months ago about all the digital programs that I use to run my candle company. And when I was editing it, I was like, girl, firstly, back up. A lot of these are, duplicating each other. It's a little redundant. You're using too many things. So number one, updated vid on that coming shortly. But what I really honed in on was the fact that I did not focus enough on Canva, because honestly, that is what helped me scale my business. And from everything from making my product labels to posts for social media and email newsletters, Canva is such a great resource for anybody looking to start their small business, scale their small business, and especially if you are not somebody with graphic design background, because it is so user-friendly. But anyways, these are all the things I want to talk about. So let's get into why Canva is such a powerful tool for your small handcrafted business. Okay, so a couple months ago, I made a video about all the different digital programs that I use to help run my business. And when I was editing it and then watching it back, I was like, girl, number one, too many programs. And number two, you need to streamline some of these, which I have been doing. New video will be out on that soon, because I have really changed some of my processes, because when I actually sat down and looked at it, it was very overwhelming. I was also spending a boatload of money on programs that I honestly didn't need. So it really forced me to look at what programs I use well and are really, really helpful to my business. And Canva came out on top for sure. Now, I do use the paid version. I believe it's $150 a year Canadian, and it is already paid for over all the elements that I have used in it that you don't get with the free version. So every time you create a project, when you go to download it, it will show you how much money that would have cost you had you not had the pro version. I probably paid for the pro version in the first 2 months of the year. I use it that often. It is otherwise free to use. You do not need the pro version, especially when you are first starting out. I would honestly play with the free version first and see if it's something that you think you're going to utilize all the time. If you're not somebody who is into fiddling with templates, drag and drop, choosing graphics and fonts, Etsy has about 1 million different purchasable templates that you can buy for Canva specifically. There's lots of candle specific templates out there. So that's also something to keep in mind. And those will all be compatible with the free version of Canva. So if you don't want to, spend your time messing around with any kind of design, just go on to Etsy, find what you love, and import it, buy it and import it into the free version. So if you're not somebody who wants to fiddle around with any kind of graphic design or choosing fonts, whatever, just go on to Etsy, find designs that you love and buy them. Usually they're like under $5 depending on what you're buying, but I've seen entire like media kits that you can buy on there for $12. Like, it is very affordable, and they're all editable in Canva with the free version. Okay, so the first thing that I use Canva for, obviously, is on my product labels. I have a full video dedicated to how I make candle labels with Canva. I will link that somewhere. But just to show you how simple it is, you can modify your labels. It's all drag and drop. You can resize your labels with the pro version. I think you need the pro version for this. But if you change your candle vessel size, it is literally a couple clicks to modify your label. You don't have to do a bunch of formatting or anything for it. The next thing I love to use Canva for is social media content. There's days where I honestly don't know what I'm gonna post. I don't have any photos in my, I don't have any photos sitting on my camera roll that I'm dying to put out there, or write captions for. A lot of times it's my captions actually that hold me back from posting things. But when days like that come, because I like to post as often as possible. So when I hit a block, I will throw up, candle tips or any kind of product tips, info about something, and I will do that in a graphic, and those graphics are all made in Canva. You can create Instagram posts, you can create reel covers or YouTube thumbnails. If you're doing YouTube, I mean, there's a whole boatload of things that you can do with Canva. You can repurposing a design for different platforms is also super helpful. Again, with that resize tool, it is the easiest thing to do. Canva comes with a template for literally every different social media item that you could think of. So you don't need to figure out sizing or anything. Just start with that template. I use Canva to create pieces for my website, especially my homepage. So different elements for new launches and drops. You can also use it for banners. You can use it to resize photos, edit any photos for your website, promotional cards for seasonal collections. I use Canva for my marketing materials. I make all of my candle safety cards with Canva. My car freshener instructions are made with Canva. When I first started out, I was making my business cards with Canva. I get those printed now, but I get them printed with my Canva designs on them. So I upload everything into Vistaprint. I do this for my business cards, for my big banners, for my outdoor market tents. Actually, I have small ones now too. So if I'm indoors, I have small banners for in front of my table. I used to use Canva to make thank you cards. I don't do that anymore. Now I buy them, but same thing. I buy them, but with uploaded templates that I created in Canva. I print off all of my pricing sheets from Canva. Another thing you can do with Canva, and I've kind of backburnered this because I'm not really focused so much on wholesale right now, but when I first started out and I was doing all the things at once, you can create your line sheets with Canva. And what I did for this actually was I purchased a template off of Etsy because I wasn't super Canva friendly yet. But with that said, it was super easy to just drop in my own photos into it and add my pricing, add my descriptions, Now, if I was to do it again, I would probably just build my own so that it was more in line with my aesthetic. But hey, that's what I'm saying. Etsy is there for you to easily have access to templates if that's not something that you're looking for spending time on in Canva. But again, you can use Canva for free while buying Etsy templates. So you can either spend the $150 a year and get the pro version and have access to everything and be able to design and edit everything as you wish, or save the $150 and maybe it's only going to cost you, $75 to purchase all the elements that you need from Etsy, and then you just edit them. Again, the only thing I don't love about that is if you don't have the pro version, you can't use the resize tool. So there is a little formatting involved if that's the route that you choose to go. Something to be aware of. One more thing that I need to insert somewhere because I forgot to mention it, that I love about Canva is, besides being super user friendly, it is also so easy to find resources online. They have a really helpful help section through the program, but also anything you want to do, Google it, look at YouTube, TikToks. Like, there are so many helpful resources out there so that you can achieve whatever it is you're looking to achieve with Canva. A few time-saving tips and tricks I'd like to share with you just briefly is you make sure that you're keeping all your logos, fonts, colors in your brand kit just so that they're easy to access when you're creating a new template. When I first started out, I did not do this. Classic Mrs. Frizz. And I was always scrambling looking for things. It's just so much easier when everything is in the same place, which on the same point, when you are saving different labels and stuff, make sure you're saving things in folders. Again, when I first started, I was just saving everything willy-nilly. And you know, until you have a pretty large catalog of things, it's not that terrible to find stuff. The search feature is pretty good. But for once you start having, you know, hundreds of different labels, it makes such a difference to have them in specific folders where it's easy to find. So I keep all my car freshener labels together. I keep all of my candle labels. I have a folder for each line of them, which if I add something, it just makes it that much easier for me to find. So just try and set up your folders and your organization off the hop so that you're not scrambling down the road trying to catch up. I also try and leave template designs in each one of my folders so that when I add a new scent or something, it is easy for me to just use that template design, create a duplicate, and work off of it. And this is where I love the Magic Resize tool, because if I change a candle vessel, I get a bigger size or a smaller size, but I want my labels to all be cohesive, I can just resize it. And that's pretty much it, guys. I would highly encourage that if you have not already, you try Canva, or if it's something that you've kind of dabbled with but haven't really put much time into, I'm telling you, it will be such a strong resource for your small business. No matter what you're making, if you are advertising anywhere, if you are posting on social media, if you are thanking customers, you know, if you are looking for care cards, if you are labeling products, I forget all the things I said, but I'm because Canva does so many different things, it is literally hard for me to remember all of them in one go. So all of this to say that I do think that Canva is probably my most useful digital resource. There's definitely a couple other tools that I'm still using regularly. And like I said, I will film another video updating my digital resources because the last video was just wild. But if you want to watch it, I will link it here. Like I said, I'm still using a handful of the programs, but I've really simplified my processes because it was just honestly too much and it was really expensive. And I can do so many things in Canva that I was able to eliminate other programs, or I was able to use free versions of other programs, and then I lean on Canva to kind of fill in some gaps. So we will touch on that in the near future. But okay, so that's all I have for you today. I would love to know in the comments below, if you're using Canva already, what are your favorite features? What are you using it for? And if you're not using Canva, why not? And do you think you're gonna start? If you found this video helpful, I would love for you to hit subscribe and come back for the next one. I will see you guys next Friday. Oh, and if you want a deep dive into any of the features that I talked about today, if you think it would be beneficial to have a more in-depth video about any of those, let me know in the comments and I will absolutely film something. Bye, candle friends.